Hey, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is 9/11/2022. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, two quick announcements. One, if you haven't become a super follow yet on my Twitter account at AlphaCharts365, now's the time to do it because it's I'm just providing a ton of great content for everybody out there. Market notes, special videos, extended stocks to watch video, just top setups for the week. It's really and so much more. Anyway, so tons and tons of information on there. So that's on the super follow. Again, midweek videos, midweek notes. Really trying to keep my super follows on the right side of the market and making money in this market. So that's one. Super follows on Twitter at AlphaCharts365. The second thing is I've partnered with TrendSpider, and I created a top five watch list, and also a special scan just for their clients. So if you're interested in that and want access to that, DM me on Twitter at AlphaCharts365, and I can share the links with you. Okay. So again, those are just two things that I have going on. Check it out again, and I do post all week long through my Twitter account. All right, but let's get to this video. Cues. If you watched my state of the market video, I did that one yesterday on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't caught it yet, check it out. But again, there's a lot of mixed signals with the nice recovery off the bottom, and we have a new pivot here, right? So this was the area that kind of, I always said 295 to 300. Yeah, well, this is 291 or so, kind of held 293. It was that right area. Okay. And so that's the area that had to hold. It did, and now we bounced. Where we go from here, we'll have to find out. We still have a longer term downtrend, but we are seeing potential rally in progress, and I think there's some names that we could potentially take advantage of in this rally. So let's get going. First one, I have 22 total today. EQT. If you think oil and gas is moving higher, I think EQT is a reasonable stock to consider. Beautiful looking pattern. I love the higher lows here. Hasn't broken out yet, but something that it may be doing. Denbury. Again, it tried to break out, right? And it kind of pulled back. That's fine. Found support on the 23-day, and now is moving higher. So now you have this pivot right here, or the 23-day. Again, if it can re-break out, then you can manage risk there again too. Pretty nice looking stock. Again, nice accumulation happening as this is working through. RXDX. So it kind of broke out from this area right here, right? And now it's just kind of trying to move higher. Again, I like this one because I do like the kind of accumulation that we've been seeing the last few months in this one, and it has a very specific pivot area that I like, which is right where the 23-day is, so it's easy for me to manage risk. STLD, Steel Dynamics. Steel name we made it, which is kind of interesting. That's gone, and we could probably do something like that, right? Kind of has this little cup and handle. You could even extend it if you think it's like an inverse head and shoulders, whatever, right? We could do like something like that, and it kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Has a breakout still, but overall, very constructive looking chart, and it looks pretty good. STLD, PFHC. Yeah, I'm going to go a little fast through these. If you like these, write down, make the trade your own, of course. Don't take my word on it. Again, newer name, trying to make its first IPO base. And again, I'm talking too much, but that's what I'm looking at right there. A breakout above this area would be really interesting. EPAM. Back above all its key moving averages, moving higher. Again, it's just zooming in here. I like how it held right over here and now starting to move higher. That's EPAM. Alberley lithium play. ALB. Again, it kind of got a little choppy in here, a little shakeout. but now it's moving higher. I believe that's all-time highs for it, which is nice to see. And this goes back pretty far, but it's breaking out above all of that. So nice little base that it created, moving higher. We love that. CLH, same thing. All these little flags back here, kind of got a little choppy in there, but CLH, Clean Harbors. I mean, this move is really what I'm looking at. And now it's kind of moving sideways. Pretty positive action right there. Next up, Shockwave, SWAV. Another one that I've been involved in the past. Beautiful up. Again, you have a little shakeout right there. And you kind of have a little flag that's creating, right? So right here is what we're looking for. And again, a break of that trend line, that would be a good spot. ARRY. And that trend line didn't hold. That was too steep anyway, to be honest. I didn't love that, but it was what we had at the time. And then you have kind of, this area, right? So it has to kind of work through. And again, was a, not quite all-time highs, not even close, right? So it could move higher, but again, nice move up and flag out. Next up will be STEM, STEM. Again, nice up, kind of sideways. Looking at a lot of these names right there, this area right there, trying to move higher. ENPH, again, a lot of solar names in here, like ENPH. Again, we had a nice big move up, sideways consolidation, retest, and now it's trying to move higher. But nice little risk reward right here. You could even say, well, I want to manage it against that area right there. You kind of like right there at this point. You could even do it against this low right there, 295, right? Pretty low risk for high reward. MNTK, Montauk Renewables. We have a area right there, right? It broke out, kind of consolidated right on that area, let moving averages catch up, and now it's kind of trying to move higher. And again, if you need a spot, again, it may pull, again, it could pull back here. That could be a spot 17-ish, or it could break out, right? And that could also be the spot to manage risk. Another old school name, Noble Gas, old school oil and gas name, Noble Corporation. Again, beautiful move up, sideways. Now it's trying to move higher. It may want to go to all-time highs. CHPT. Now it's a new wave energy type name. I think ChargePoint. They do what EV charging locations, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You have this kind of downtrend, but now it's kind of trying to make that bottom, trying to make that turn. It looks pretty good. Again, you may need to get above this area. Again, manage the risk the way you want to. What else? DV. We talked about this flag in the past. It now broke out pretty strongly, extended, needs to come back and maybe retest $27, $28, and then maybe it's a place to manage risk. Chesapeake Energy, CHK. Again, another old school oil and gas type of name. Love this kind of pattern, right? Moving higher if it could break out above the 105 level. What else is there? Pins, right? We haven't talked about pins in forever, but it had a strong move up. It's above the 200-day now. You see all these moving averages turning back up. 200-day will take a little while, so it could get choppy in there. But again, if I'm going to manage risk here, it's going to be right there, right? So 24, we'll call it 24 and a quarter or so. Above 24 and a quarter, I think you could be long pins. If we get below that, then out. Celsius, CELH. This one, you had the big up, the Pepsi deal back here, I believe, and now it's kind of been chopping around. Moving averages have now caught up. And so I guess you could, against this $100 level, right? That's a 6% risk roughly. And that's not bad. That's pretty good for a name that's been a leader in the market. So CELH, DRVN. I don't know what Driven Brands does, but I do know that it has this very defined area, going back to IPO of, actually, I wouldn't even do that high. I would do like to here-ish or so. Yeah. So it's trying to break out at this point. Again, it may be choppy in here as the supply zone, as it tries to work through the supply zone. But if it gets to 34.75-ish or so, I mean, I think you can manage risk against that. These moving averages it's extended. It may need some time, but not bad. DRVN, future. We haven't talked about future in a while. Again, price now is back above its 200-day and its 50-day and all of its other moving averages. It hasn't quite broken out yet, so it's you gotta watch it for the breakout. But if it can break out above $50, 50-50, something like that, that would be the area that I would I potentially get long. ALHC is my last one today. Again, big type move up, kind of flagged out over here, right? Yeah, this little flag, and now you have to move higher, right? So this one looks real good as far as that goes, starting to move higher. So there you go, alignment healthcare. All right. 22 names. Again, many of them are very actionable. Good luck this week with them. Check me out on Twitter at AlphaCharts365, posting all week long. Also, become a super follow. And if you're a TrendSpider subscriber, hit me up with a DM and I'll get you the link to my scan and my watch list. Okay. Y'all take care. Have a great day.